Hey everyone, Twisted back again, and this is our third and final tutorial in the advanced section. Dun dun dun. So what we're going to do to finish her off, to finish this whole thing off and make it complete, is we are going to, I am partial to flares and making things light up. So with all of that being said, we're going to go in and we're going to find like a flared or a lighting texture. And we're going to go ahead and find something that we will like here. Well, I can already tell you that nothing on here strikes my fancy, so we're going to go back and we're going to take a look a little bit further in. Now the reason why I didn't look for a lighting texture beforehand is because and really it's kind of like whatever strikes my eye and makes me go, ooh, that would look really cool. So instead of trying to find that beforehand and just give you guys all the texture to it, I'm going to kind of show you what my process is. So right here, this looks really cool. See, I really like that it has some of the words in it, and I like this whole fractal look, and I think that's really, really neat. So we're going to go ahead and place that file right there. And the reason why we're not going to, and I think we could actually, let's go ahead and stretch it up a little bit. Which is fine because we're not going to mask it out or paint it in or anything like that. We're not really going to mess with any of the masking or painting part of it. What we are going to do is we're going to go, and right here we're going to rasterize the layer, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to lighten first. See how that looks. See, that does look pretty cool. Let's try screen. Screen looks pretty cool too. Let's go into multiply and look at that. It's too dark. And a lot of this is just playing with the blending properties. What we really want is we just want to barely see it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mess with the fill. Lower the fill on it a little bit. And even then it's still glowing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to mess with the adjustments on it a little bit. We're going to lower the saturation a little bit, just start to grade out, and then make it a little bit darker. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to mess with the curves. Try and make some of that white part pop just a tad. Start messing with, there we go, taking in the shadows. And then we're going to take all of this and we're going to merge them together. And then we're going to duplicate this layer. We're going to go into filter and we're going to go into Gaussian blur. And we're going to start upping the radius just a little. You know what? We're not going to Gaussian blur. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but this part is, you can't really make a full-on tutorial of the things that you do because it's kind of spur of the moment when it comes to this sort of thing. So we're going to take down the distance a little bit. There we go, and just only a little. And then we're going to go ahead and lighten. That's going to give us that glow that we want. Then we're going to merge down. And then we're going to go ahead and align again. See what the effect gives us. The screen. There we go. See that? That's really looking cool. So we're going to go ahead and lower the opacity just a little bit, and that just kind of gives you something to draw the eye over to that corner, because really all you see is that model. So it gives us, instead of doing a model on a model, which that's not my preference, I'm going to choose something else that draws my eye over there. And then next we're going to do a burn layer and kind of give ourselves a guide of where we want our font. So instead of doing something huge, we're going to do this little teeny tiny strip. And we use the shaped tool, and I chose rectangle, and then a darker color, but not black. We're going to go with like a gray. And then we're going to go to color burn. And let's go to overlay. There we go. We went with overlay instead. And then now we're going to go ahead and put our text in there. And we're going to go ahead and try and find a, I personally like blocky fonts. Those are my favorite. I do use script fonts when it comes to the extra text. But let me get out of these fonts and just go with these ones up here. Okay. So we're going to try something different because of the fact that this is a tutorial. We are going to go with the scripty font because I know a lot of people like them. So we're going to go with girl. See, that's actually pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and try and put this as much on the line as we can. And now, me personally, I like styles. I download a bunch of free styles. There's free styles all over the internet. Just Google Photoshop styles and that'll give you a list of places that you can go and find them. They're all going to be zipped up, but in the end, unzip them, install them. It's worth it. It is for me anyways, because I'm lazy and I don't like to make my own effects. So if somebody else is going to do them for me, kudos to you. Find something that matches the background layer somewhat. I'm going to actually go with more of a gray tones. That's too dark. There we go. I like that. And then extra text, we will go with a font that is not the one that we have. So we're going to go with a block font. We're going to go with, well, I use that one all too often. We'll go with something different. And now with this, I usually put my caps lock on because I always like my my extra text to be in all uppercase for some reason. And we're we're going to leave that white and we're going to put that right on this line here. And we're going to go ahead and put that right there, like that. And we're going to go ahead and lower the opacity of this light just a tad. And we're going to even put our own extra effects on this, and we're going to go ahead and put a drop shadow on it. Sorry. And we're not going to put a huge drop shadow, just enough to show it. There we go. Lower the opacity just a tad bit more. Alright. So, really, that's the end of this. We have now, we've done the little flare effect on top, and we did a little burn layer. Or excuse me, we decided to go with overlay on this. We applied our texts and our extra text, and then we're going to resize this image, and we're going to make sure that the scale styles and the constraint proportions are in there. And then we are going to go ahead and go and change the height to 420. There we go, avatar size. We're going to save this. This is our PSD. So advanced tut. And we're even going to save ourselves a PNG. And I will even go ahead and put this on the finished product on the board, so that way you guys can use it as a guide to keep going back and forth with. I've also left the backgrounds and the model on the board as well, so that way you guys can use this and make your own. I'm also going to go ahead and leave you the names of the fonts that I used in this tutorial, so that way you can find them. And I will even go as far as leaving some links in the resource section of where you can find some styles, some layer styles for you to have those as well. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, you can either go to my YouTube channel and leave me a message there, or you can PM me on the board, and I'll be more than happy to make another video of any types that you guys want. Just go ahead and ask me the question. And thanks for watching.